I was called a bully on TV.
Okay, but maybe you were.
We're back with episode 9 of The Bachelor, and we have so much to talk about. It's the women's tell-all, and the girls address the drama, and we get some exclusive, never-before-seen dates and moments from this season. I'm Gabriella, and this is your Batch Recap. We get into the drama quickly, and we start off with Yesenia and MJ. Yesenia claims that MJ never owned up to her actions with Matt, but MJ fires back to defend herself.
The first time I got to talk to him was at the 2-on-1, and I said that I acknowledged it and I apologized. So I would say that those kind of accusations are a little bit of a stretch.
A surprising contestant backs up MJ. Did anyone else expect Madi to come rushing to MJ's side?
And I have an issue with that because as her roommate, I probably spent the most time with her out of anybody here. But one thing you cannot say about MJ is that she's fake.
The new girls had the roughest time in the house, and when asked how their experience went, Ryan did not hesitate to answer.
It was very uncomfortable, awkward. It was a lot of disrespect initially.
Victoria was at the forefront of all of the drama, and Ryan did not forget about her.
The minute Victoria took the tiara off of Catalina's head, I was like, that's a little too far. It was just a rough start.
If we couldn't tell by now, Victoria is not one to own up to her actions. She immediately throws Ryan's claims back at her, and it doesn't go well.
Are you just an emotional person?
I think that anybody can be emotional in a situation when they're called a hoe, an idiot, or a shady bitch.
I was called a bully on TV.
Okay, but maybe you were.
Ryan wasn't the only one to be hurt by Victoria's words. Katie was equally as affected. This doesn't exclude Katie from the backlash. Many of the girls were upset with her decision to talk to Matt about the bullying, and Chelsea was especially vocal about it.
The house was not toxic until you made it toxic by bringing the situation up to Matt and then causing the domino effect that led to every single drama in the house that you weren't involved in.
My take on all this is Katie did what she felt she had to do. I highly doubt if she asked the girls to talk about this, they would actually listen and be mature about it. Chelsea and Kayla painted it that they were owed a conversation before it was brought to Matt's attention, and maybe they're right. But it's not like they were going to sit all in a circle with a talking stick. It actually made me upset everyone was ganging up on Katie and not on Victoria, MJ, or Anna. Brittany was put in the hot seat next, and what she disclosed about the aftermath of the rumors was absolutely heartbreaking.
You know, when you Google my name now, the first 20 results is the Bachelor contestant Brittany Galvin accused of being an escort. You know, it's after that moment, it was just hard because, you know, I didn't sign up to get bullied. I didn't sign up to get my name slandered. I came here to find my person, and just really that I have to constantly defend my name from now on.
Brittany didn't deserve any of that, but you could clearly see how remorseful Anna was. I was expecting Brittany to go at it with her, but instead, she chose the high road.
You know, I do sympathize with Anna for that, and I do accept your apology, but what I want people to take away from this is just like, words can really affect you.
I really wish Brittany's time in the house wasn't tainted like this because she seems like such a great girl. And it's a shame that we were robbed of getting to know her. To lighten things up, they show 4 never-before-seen group dates, which is extremely rare for the show not to air. Let's start with the Fear Factor date. If I was there, I would have failed miserably. And I'm almost mad for them because they had to go through that and it didn't even air. Next, we have a pancake eating and beer chugging contest. I kept thinking, whose idea was this to shove pancakes down with beer? For once, I could relate with Victoria because I would have totally tried to find any way I could get out of that.
I'm not eating that.
Out in the forest, the girls were playing hide and seek, and I think this was the funniest because you can't take the city out of the girl. Kit took hours before she finally made it to the hot tub. Last but not least, the girls packed in their protein and a few overflowed. We're not even halfway done and I need a refill. We get to see so many more women than usual squirming in the hot seat, and some are more memorable than others. Abigail opened up about sharing her insecurities with Matt in Bachelor Nation, and she talked about her impact on the deaf community being a deaf woman who could speak vocally.
I wanted to be as fair with him because I think it wouldn't be fair to him if I went through this entire journey and kind of held on to all my insecurities and not giving him that full transparency. I was really scared kind of when I decided to come on just because I think people kind of view the hearing community and then the deaf community with the capital D as kind of black and white. and I'm kind of that gray space. But I'm also not a member of the deaf community with a capital D because I don't use sign language. I'm able to communicate vocally. So I had no idea how people were gonna receive me.
The amount of support for Abigail that I've seen on social media has been profound. Not only because of her story, but because of her bubbly and kind personality. I think Abigail makes for a great candidate for The Bachelorette. Serena had a surprise ending by self-eliminating, and she reflects on if she had any regrets.
It was really hard, though. I would have been doing him a disservice by staying.
Yeah.
Because as much as I deserve to be 100% on someone, he deserves to be with someone who's 100% on him.
Serena seems to be at peace with her decision and is able to move forward. I think Matt is the first Bachelor to come out of this process without a hint of bad blood with any of his exes. They had nothing but good things to say about him. Even Victoria spoke out about how his commentary on her exit made her feel, and she still spoke highly of him in the end.
I'm really grateful and so grateful for the experience, and I have learned a lot, so I'm grateful for you.
This season's biggest joke was Matt's inability to close his damn eyes when he kisses.
Some of the women have been giving me a hard time about kissing with my eyes open. But eye contact's a really big thing for me.
I love how Matt had no idea that this was the strangest thing to do. Even the girls had something to say about it.
There was one time where I did take a peek and I was like, oh, okay.
The girls get a chance to talk to Matt directly one more time, and all they seem to need is closure.
It wasn't something where it's like, all right, tonight's the night that I've got to have this conversation with Piper. You can't really control how your relationships progress with people. And that's probably what I would allude to, just my relationship progressing that much further along with other women at that time.
It seems like the best clips of the season were the ones that we never got to see. In classic tell-all fashion, we get our favorite part, the bloopers.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna need my robe before I stand up.
Next week is going to be the most dramatic episode yet. The girls get their one-on-one time in the fantasy suite. Matt has a surprising conversation with his father, and the tears stream like never before. Stay tuned because this one is going to be epic. Don't forget to like, comment, and follow @The Bachelor Recap for all things Bachelor.